Hello everyone, welcome to Big Creations by Brenda. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and like this video after. Thank you. Let's get started. So today's tutorial is for our giant popsicles. These are perfect for any Candyland theme, for Christmas or even for birthdays, as well for gingerbread Christmas theme, as well for candy parties themes, and perfect for also for the summer parties if you're doing like a whole popsicle theme as well. And they're actually pretty easy to make. So I only grabbed this foam. You can use any type of foam. I got this foam actually for one of the packages that I had received, so I am recycling these items. So I think you can purchase foam as well in Hobby Lobby, and I think Michaels, but I think Hobby Lobby is the one who has more. Okay, so I'm here making two different sizes. So this one is the gray one that I'm doing right now. That one is gonna be the bigger popsicle, and then I am making the smaller popsicle as well. So you just want to grab a little like I did, a little bowl cup that has a little rounded shape, so it gives you that little round shape. Trace it and try to cut it around. I'll just use regular scissors. For the other one, I used the knife. For the foam, and since this foam right here, the gray one, is a little bit softer, so I was able to use the scissors. So try to get it the best rounded shape that you can. And here it's my foam sheets. I purchased these ones from Hobby Lobby. As you see, I'm doing different colors. So here I'm just folding it, getting the size that I need, and cutting what I need to cut. So I want to make sure I cover everything in the popsicle. So I am going around the popsicle and just covering it up with a foam sheet, and I am going to be doing all around. And I try to reuse the most I can of the stuff that we're gonna have after we cut it for what size that we need it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm reusing all this other extra when I cut. And I'm using the hot glue gun to glue everything down. So here we got our base, and I'm just gonna go around right now and cut everything that is sticking out. As you can see, when I put the foam sheet around the popsicle, I put it flat on one side, so that way I only have to cut the top side, and it's less work for me. So just go around and make sure you cut that nicely and flat to your foam. So I'm gonna be adding another sheet foam to the top and to the bottom. And just go add the hot glue to around the popsicle. And a little bit, and I just sort of like running around in the center. I add my foam sheet. Sure, I press everything down, make sure everything nicely and glue down. Do the same thing to the back side. Press everything down, make sure everything nicely and flat, and everything is well glued down. So I'm just gonna start cutting one side, and again I just go around to the shape of the popsicle, and I do that to both sides. So now we are adding the little icy on the popsicle. So this one I am using a felt sheet that I also purchased from Hobby Lobby. And I purchased this one's come in a huge package, and I do not recall the price, but they were not that expensive. It's a lot cheaper than purchasing one by one. And I just went with pastel colors because that's the thing that I'm using. So that little package that I purchased was perfect for me. If you're going for other type of colors, you might have to purchase individually, or even Amazon might have better options as well, but just at a higher price. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I cut one little side of the felt sheet, and I'm gonna glue this around the popsicle on the top where I want my icy to fall down. And just glue everything down and do the same thing. Just cut that excess out and leave it nice and flat. So with the felt sheets, I did like a little wave cut to them together, so they so I can create that dripping of the icing. So I'm here just cutting to make it look a little bit more nicer. I measured the side where I put the first sheet of the felt on top of the popsicle, so it can line up to the one that I'm gluing right now. Just press down. You're gonna repeat the same thing to the back side. Line it up to that felt sheet that you glue on top of the popsicle so it lines up. So I'm grabbing this popsicle stick, and I purchased these giant ones as well from Hobby Lobby, and they have multiples. So when I find my center, I cut it with the knife. Once I have it, I stick the stick just to make sure I make the size that it needs to be the cut. After, I just glue it with the glue gun so it doesn't come out. So now we're just removing the excess of the felt sheet and gluing down whatever we need to glue down that is a little bit out so it can stay together. So this is the smaller popsicle. We'll be doing the same thing. I am measuring it and cutting. And I will be using this as well for the side of the popsicle. So you're doing the same thing as we did in the first one. This is just a smaller one. You can do them bigger as well. Also, I've seen that people use cardboard. You just have to put probably like around 3 cardboards glued together so it gives you a thicker look. But for me, since I had these ones, I wanted to recycle my foams, so they were perfect for this project. So for this one, I will be cutting the popsicle in half. After I center it, get the where I need to cut, I center it, I cut it, I enter the popsicle, just get the right shape, and then I'm add my hot glue, and then I put it back in the popsicle. I will remove all the edges of the white felt, which will be our icing, and I'll make sure everything nice and flat. And I will be using the school glue for this. So, and I add a really good amount of glue. And I am using snowflakes and these pastel colored little foam balls that I purchased from Amazon. And you want to add a really good amount. You want to seal it. You want to do that with spraying the Mod Podge. And your popsicle, it's done. Let it dry for at least 24 hours. And it's ready to be used. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. And I will be having more tutorials coming out soon, especially for Valentine's Day. Thank you.